This video shows how to use the live update feature in the HinksPix Pro controller with DMX applications for troubleshooting. In this particular case, we will be using sACN Viewer, but your application also can be used for that. When we're on the status tab of the web interface of the controller, see our other videos for accessing the web interface, we can see several pieces of critical information. First is we have how much data is being received over Ethernet. Then we see the specific universes, universe 137, 38, and 148 here. And we see what they have coming in on them. So the first number after the universe is the number of received packets, and then the second number is the number of error packets. Now, you never want your error packets to be anything other than 0. That indicates some sort of networking or formatting issue. Now, the application we're going to be using for testing today is sACN Viewer. A few notes about this: it is free. It's available on Windows, Mac, and devices like iOS. So it's very useful for just testing. You can also use it for many other things other than transmitting. Obviously, with the name View, you can view data coming in. Important to understand several things about outputting data. First is you may need to select a multiple interface. So if you're outputting to a very specific interface like I am here with an isolated network, be aware of that. The other issue is to make sure that you, of course, have your proper universes. And if you're going to be outputting unicast to your controller, make sure that you've entered the IP address of your controller. If you're using multicast, you do need to configure the controller for multicast under the E131 tab and selecting multicast. This is also where you can select Artnet or E131. Again, in this case, we're using sACN Viewer. We're also using unicast, and as such, we now are transmitting unicast to the controller on port or universe 148, and we're just going to send across the entire universe. I'm using the sine wave tool here, and I've got it at 100 Hertz, and I'm just going to go ahead and start this. This is just going to send out data going up and down, so this is a fading function. And let's come back over to our controller and see what that looks like. When I go over here to status, what I can see here is that we have some data. I'm going to click off this auto live update. This will cause the refresh to immediately occur. And what we can see is that I have no data coming in here, but I do have data coming in on my universe 148. I can reset this counter. See how I can reset it? And you can see it is incrementing. That means I am getting packet data in on the controller. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. So here is, in this particular case, universe 148 is output 48 in this configuration. And we can see that we are cycling through that. So that means that it is working. We also see on the status light here that it is processing E131 data. And so that indicates that we are using the proper configuration. Now, see our other videos for testing using the test outputs function or more complex A/B troubleshooting.